Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my broadcast. Today is day 338 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. If this is your first time checking out my broadcast, a little bit about me. My name's Jonathan. I'm married. I have 4 kids, or we have 4 children, and I've been overweight my whole life. And I really had gotten to a point last year where it was way out of control. I was at 520 pounds, and I knew I needed to do something uh, to to get my weight down. And I started this challenge with 2 main goals in mind. The first is that I knew I needed to commit to doing something for just a length of time that was longer than I'd ever done anything before, because I've lost the weight before, I've lost weight in the past, but I've never been able to maintain that weight loss. And I felt like it's because I was using a number too much to control what I was gauging my success, and not changing habits and making, the big changes that I needed to make to sustain the weight loss. And so that's why I committed to doing this for 3 years. The hope is to form habits within that 3 years that, create lifelong trends. And that way I see more success than I've ever seen before. The other part of it is that I do need to lose a large amount of weight, and I need to get down to a much healthier weight than I was at. And a lot of times in the past, I've tried to lose 50 pounds, or I have lost as much as 120 pounds, but I end up, while it's great, like now I've lost a ton of weight, and I would just say I have succeeded in losing weight at this point, but I'm still 315 pounds. So that still is very much overweight. And so that's the other part of this challenge, is that I knew I needed to lose more weight than I've ever lost before, and get down to really what is considered to just being overweight and not obese. And that's why I committed to losing 300 pounds. If anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, have any questions or any updates on their diets, I'd love to hear them. And I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday. Anthony is saying hello here. Hello, Anthony. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I had a really good time this weekend. We, excuse me, we, uh, after I did my Foz feast on Saturday. I had 2 great sandwiches. The Mighty Matthias was a grilled cheese sandwich with pickles, tomatoes, and spinach on it. Just amazing. Tasted perfect as far as a grilled cheese sandwich goes. And then the double bacon cheeseburger also was amazing. I really enjoyed both of the items, and I would get them again. I was concerned about how I was going to feel after the fact, after going to eating that type of food and so much. I kind of was worried that it would upset my stomach. I had eaten the breakfast items the previous weekend and had no problems, so I was hoping that that would be the case again. And I think for the most part I had no problems with digesting the foods. I didn't get any type of uh, stomach pains or any issues, maybe a little bit of gas. I feel like I have passed what I ate as far as just, I don't know, just sometimes that feels different. And that would be, um, but the, uh, but I was worried about it because it was a lot of food, and it was just, like I said, it was a different type of food than I had had before. And I knowing I know that if I would have had the actual, an actual grilled cheese with real with dairy cheese on it, then that would have wrecked me. Or if I would have had a cheeseburger with real bacon and, hamburger and dairy cheese as well, then I would have I think that those would have wrecked me as far as my digestive tract goes. But the foods I ate were still plant-based or plant they had no animal products in them. And I had no problems with the digesting. I was worried that I'd be craving those items, and I haven't really. I think that a big part of the success in that is that we just don't have those things in our house. So as long as we can avoid having them there, it's never a temptation. Even if I were to be thinking or daydreaming about any of those things, we don't have the ability for me to cook those in the house. And I'm not a very good cook anyway, so I wouldn't probably be able to do them any justice compared to what they're providing at the store. Saturday evening, I ended up, and I think I posted it on the Discord, but I ended up going to a movie Saturday evening and really had what I would say is a non-scale victory for me, because I have not, I feel like I went to a movie once since I started this, but going to the movie theater, we ended up or I ended up going and seeing the Venom movie that just came out. And it wasn't even really until I went to sit in the chair that it even dawned on me that I was a couple 100 pounds heavier the last time I can really remember being in a chair. Like I said, I feel like maybe one time since then, but being 200 pounds lighter. The chairs at the theater that we go to are like recliner chairs, and they have a button built into the seat, like right where your right thigh is. And I would uh I would always have to make sure there was nothing in my pockets because my legs were so fat that it was kind of tight anyways. But if I had anything in my right pocket, it would hit the buttons that would cause the chair to recline or to go up or down. So I would always have to make sure I didn't have anything in my pockets. And even at that, I would still have, there would be a chance that my leg fat or whatever would push that button to recline it. So I would have to maybe sometimes sit kind of with, anyways, awkwardly. But I had no problems in the chair. It was comfortable. I was able to lay back or kind of cross my legs if I wanted, and had no difficulty in the seat. Um, and that was really cool because it's I used to go to movies a lot when I was younger. It was something that me and one of my friends did a lot, and then it's been a while because of everything that's been going on since I've been to the movies. So it was cool to go there and it to be comfortable, and to be able to sit through the movie. So that was my non-scale victory from the weekend. I'm sure there's other things that were nice about the weekend that I could think of as well. But how was the movie? I enjoyed the movie. I always have kind of I there's, to me, sometimes whether or not a movie has to be seen in a theater or not, I don't know that has to be in a theater. I mean, there are some cool scenes, and it was probably better having them in the theater, but it's different than some of the Marvel movies, uh that there's a little bit more of a, or there's not as big of fight scenes in the Venom movie, but I liked the movie overall. I was there with my son. He's probably a little bit young for it, but there was nothing that was overly inappropriate. Um, you know, it other than what you would expect to see in a Venom cartoon, just from the outside or just knowing that he's the way he looks and kind of the things about that. But I liked the movie. He liked the movie a lot. He was happy that he was going to see something like that because it's not something that um, I don't know that I've ever gone to a movie with him. Now that I think about it, just me and him. Uh, and so I think he was just happy to be doing that as well. And then he got to tell all his friends he went and saw that movie because it had just come out. So it was cool to do that. Um, the uh, the movie was great on Saturday. I'm still dealing with the poison ivy. It is itchy in spots. I, scratch it too much, or I did scratch it too much in some spots. So I don't know if the itching is from the poison ivy or if it's from the scabs that I have created from scratching in those couple spots. But the cream I've been using, the Iva Rest, has been working pretty good as a reliever. It kind of burns a little bit at first, but it hopefully it goes away. If not, I think I could probably just go to like a walk-in clinic and they can give me some sort of steroid to help with it. But I'm gonna give it maybe one more day and see. I I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt again. I talked about it last week. It was one of my non-scale victories, and I had the sleeves tucked up to my elbows up until I kind of started the stream here, and now that I've untucked them, it really itches where the shirt was at that it is now not tucked up at, which is kind of funny. I don't know, just a weird observation I guess I'm making. Let's see. I This week I have a busy week, so I'm not sure which days I'm going to be streaming. I should be live uh most days. Thursdays kind of up in the air. We have something going on for our nonprofit that is going to take up some of my time, but so I'm planning on not being on Thursday at all. But I'll be on other days this week. I felt like the poison ivy really is kicking my ass as far as my motivation to do much. I don't want to get back out in the yard too quick and get more poison ivy right now because I'm annoyed by it. Uh so yesterday was a bit of a lazy day. I think that I'm also kind of dealing with um trying to figure out. I feel like I have so much that I need to be doing and what I should be focusing my time on, and then what I do spend my time on, and I'm trying to get better with time management, I guess. And it's been weird as well though, because I feel like I have more time than I had before. Like I would, there's more things that I'm able to do. So yeah, that's probably the better way. Not that I have more time, that I have more things that I could be spending my time on than I used to spend my time on. And I'm also kind of feeling like I have to decide on what of those things that I'm kind of able to do or want to do that I'm gonna spend my time on. And that's been something that was really kind of on my brain this weekend. I don't know. Just trying to figure out, how much focus to give things like this, how much with work. I have different things going on with work. We have our nonprofit. And so I feel like I have a million different things I could be doing. And, you know, just figuring out what things that I want to be doing the most. And then spending time with the family too, like that's a huge part of it. Like uh, I hate anything that pulls me away from doing stuff with them too. So I don't know. It's just something I've been wrestling with that I got to figure out what to do. I need to probably get back into the journaling. Maybe that would help with any of it, or I know a lot of people recommend doing lists, and I've just never been a big fan of lists, you know. But that's probably what would be the most helpful thing. If you guys have any suggestions, you know, let me know. But I feel like it's something that's coming from the fact that I've lost the weight, and maybe not just that I'm able to do the extra work, but maybe that more work is expected of me than was expected of me at the heavier weight from kind of outside, you know, forces, and you know how much of that is perceived and not perceived too, you know, just to even get any crazier about it. But uh yeah, it's been an interesting, you know, spot to be. And then I also am wrestling with the fact that I'm still 315 pounds. And I know that at 315, I'm still very overweight, and I feel that weight is, or I feel like that weight, you know, it's still a lot to, like, I can't run still. Like, I can't go out and run a mile, even though I did the sprint triathlon. You know, like that, I didn't run a constant mile. I walked most of that mile, or that 5K actually. But uh, I know that I couldn't just go out and run. But I feel like if I was down that, you know, next 95 pounds I need to lose, or down to 220, that I could just go out and run, and it wouldn't take it out of me like it will now. Or, and really physically, I feel like running would hurt my knees and my feet. Uh, but I want to also, you know, I'm interested to getting back into it. I just haven't found the time, you know. One of those things, you know, how much time do I want to be devoting to working out? Like, that was what I was most frustrated with about training for the sprint triathlon, is that it was taking time away from uh, being with the family or doing other things that I felt like I should be doing. I, you know, was able to kind of do some things with my son, or, you know, not much, but some of the training, you know, or take them up to the park or the playground where I ran, and, you know, ran, whatever you want to call it, jiggle jogging, whatever, you know, around the the playground for an hour. So yeah. Anyways, just kind of rambling about what's going on with my weekend, or what, you know, what's going on with things with me. But uh you know, our diet, I love getting back into our diet. I did end up making a run to Costco. I feel like last week I sat here and bragged or said something about how nice it was about having all the snacks in the house. We had cashews, and we had mangoes, and we had all the different things I like to snack on. And then yesterday we were kind of out of all of those things, and I did make a quick run up to Costco. We get the mangoes from there, and then we also get um our almond butter from there. So I grabbed some of that. I did try, I guess we've had them in the past, but there are these bars that they sell there. I think they're called That's It bars. They have like uh apple mango, apple strawberry, and apple blueberry, I think. Uh Carrie says, hello, choir pickup day, so you're late to the party. No worries, you didn't miss a whole lot. Just me rambling. I hope everything went well with picking up the kids and stuff too. The uh So yeah, I did make a run to Costco because I really like having the mangoes. It's kind of definitely uh my snack of choice. That, you know, again, if I ever get to a point where I'm not losing weight, or I'm not losing it as fast as I want to lose it, you know, there's things I know I can give up or cut back on, and that's one of those things. But uh, it was yeah, just it was crazy though, because we feel like we kind of went through everything there, and the weekend makes it tough for us to get our groceries like normal. But we should be back to stocked up after today. Well, except for the location didn't have the. I've really been enjoying the Ezekiel bread with miso and avocado, and then there's this mango pico de gallo that we get from Aldi's. And uh, Carrie was unable to get the pico de gallo. She couldn't find anywhere on the shelves any evidence of it. So uh, we're hoping that we're yeah, we're hoping that that doesn't mean that they're not going to have it anymore. But it was definitely one of my favorite things. So hopefully it doesn't go away. I'm gonna miss it so much. I'm sure we can figure out something else. I think that we had tried it without the pico, and we put like everything but the bagel seasoning or something like that on with the avocado, and it was pretty good as well. We'll figure it out. But I don't really have a whole lot more today. It's been I ordered from another Aldi's hoping that they have it. Good deal. Yes, there's a couple Aldi's near us, and so hopefully they have it. That'd be awesome, because I'll eat that up. But I am going to get out of here today. I don't have a whole lot else to go over. I hope you guys are all having success with your diets. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do get subscribed to the channel. Turn on the bell icon so you get alerted when I go live, so you don't miss my live streams. Generally, it's 4 p.m. Central Time I go live. And like I said, I'll be live this week, except for Thursday is the only day I know I won't be live. But I should be live other than that. Again, I want to thank you guys for checking out these broadcasts. If you haven't started your diet yet, get started right now. There's no reason to wait. There's nothing coming up that's more important than taking control of your health. Get started now. Tell somebody you're doing it. If you're, on your diet now, just have confidence that your body is going to adapt. It's going to change. It's going to make sure, your body's goal is to survive. So, I mean, there are some things you have to worry about, but overall, it takes some effort to make drastic changes, and it takes time for your body to get used to those changes. So just give it a chance. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You guys all have a great evening.